Okay, we are back for the men's roosterweight final here. Osamah Almarwai versus Henrique Rossi. Either of these men would be a first-time Nogi Pan champion. Almarwai, also a rookie black belt at Atos. Rossi using some outside passing here to get an early advantage, but it looks like Osamah may have enough space to recompose his guard. No advantage awarded yet for that pass. But there is an advantage on the board in favor of Rossi. Now both men looking at a footlock here. Almarwai looks pretty convinced that he has a solid bite here. Rossi, though, does enough to make some space, get himself free. Almarwai again diving in on the attack there, looking to put some torque on the foot. Rossi, yet again, cutting himself loose. Both men looking at a foot, a toe hold versus a heel hook.
Got to be careful here right on the edge, too. We know that there are 2 points with a submission if they go out of bounds, but it looks like they went out of bounds without a submission in play.
Rossi perhaps had a bite on that foot, but nothing significant enough to warrant a reset. That advantage appears to go... That advantage appeared to go in favor of Almarwai. Whoever that one went to, though, the scoreboard even at 2 advantages apiece.
Reset here with 8 minutes to go. Now a little bit more. And one more advantage for Henrique, so 3-2 lead here. But again, as we know, any points on the board will be, then the advantages will be disregarded. I like that reverse collar tie control from the bottom because it's a nice way to pull somebody in. You can close the space, but you can also use it to create space. Rather than a collar tie, it's really difficult to do that because you can't really push your opponent away as well. So the reverse control in the head is nice. But now this is a big bite here on the heel. Forcing the roll through.
It may be just a little too deep in the pit of the elbow for Rossi to get significant torque on that. But still forcing a reaction out of Almarwai. And that is going to be worth an advantage in favor of Rossi. Osamah, though, uses it to come up, and he may get two for that. He does get 2 points for that. And now, wisely clearing his knee out of the legs, trying to exit this 50-50, and jumps on a toe hold. Rossi wrestles back to the top. Very aware play by Osamah there to realize the ref had never stopped the match, so to sprint in and take his guard pulled back at center mat. Osamah once again looking to get underneath. There's a good setup on this crab ride, and he's going to use it to get behind Rossi. We scrimmage a little bit out of bounds. Going to be interesting to see how this is reset. The position may not have ever been convincing enough. But in fact, Osamah does start behind Rossi here, and he's going to get 2 right as the match returns to action. Now a 4-point lead for Osamah. Rossi now getting pressure down, nearly past the guard, has a look at Osamah's back, but Rossi going to tangle up at 50-50, walking away from this only with an advantage.
Você tem que fazer ele rodar, Neguinho. Você tem 5 vantagens. Você tem que tirar 2 aí de algum lugar. Não deixa ele ganhar o calcanhar assim, não. Puxa a mão dele, chuta o ombro.
Osamah now looking to get a little bit more involved on this 50-50 heel hook. Rossi trying to negate it with a 2-on-1 grip on the top arm of Osamah.
Vai lá na mão dele, dá nada. Dá 2 ataques pra frente aí. Vai lá na mão dele, vai ficar pegando vantagem aí. Seu jogo não vai fazer nada. Tem que acelerar isso logo. Agora é do Henrique.
Rossi doing a really good job here of using his left leg to prevent Osamah from getting a heel hook on the right leg. However, Osamah finally capitalizes on that, uses the advantage there to try and attack for a toe hold, earns an advantage in that, adding to his 4-point lead and negating, or at least diminishing, Rossi's 5-4 advantage lead.
3:30 left in this Rooster weight final. Again, this is our first male final of the day. We have a long line of wonderful matches coming up here shortly. Just finished up our women's division as long as women's divisions are officially complete. And don't forget, we have not only the men's divisions, but as well as the absolute final later today. 2 more points here on the board now.
Rossi looks like he may have something. He's rolling, trying to grab a scoop on that heel. Osamah doing a good job of keeping it extended through and turning it into his own toe hold attempt.
This toe hold, though, very hard to finish without hip control, but it will most likely earn him 2 points here because that was on the edge of the round.
Neither of those attacks particularly convincing, but you're right, Kendall, that Osamah does score 2 for forcing Rossi out of bounds with that toe hold. Adds to his lead.
That was an interesting exchange because with the toe hold, without the isolation on the upper thigh or the hip, it's very hard to finish, and he didn't really have that, but it was enough to make him rotate and turn.
Vai, mano, tira da cartola, eu acredito em você, o campeão é você, vamos. Respira e vai, respira e vai. Beleza?
With just over 2 minutes left, this is a smart move by Osamah here to keep the guard closed, force Rossi to try and make a drastic maneuver.
Bota o joelho atrás da bunda aí, Henrique, que vai obrigar a dar jogo, mano. Você tem que lutar, brother. Aí é onde ele quer. Não fica aí, Henrique. Levanta o joelho, bota atrás da bunda aí, brother. Henrique, tomou posição. Henrique, é tudo ou nada, irmão. Bota essa bunda no chão aí e sai cruzando em cima do cadeado. Você não ganha mais favor dessa luta. Olha, isso mesmo que você tá pensando. Tá aqui em cima aí. Vai. Tem que arrumar o olho aí, tem que arrumar uma chave.
90 seconds left on the clock, and with his 8-point lead, Osamah Almarwai may be the 3rd rookie this year to win a Nogi Pants title, increases his lead to 10. We've been in kind of a leg lock shootout throughout this whole match, so Rossi is not out of the picture yet. There's still an opportunity for him to catch a leg, as he's been fishing for throughout the whole match. Maybe his most significant bite on one so far. Osamah's neither mostly out. That knee bar looks a little bit more convincing. 40 seconds left on the clock, though, and it does appear that Osamah's knee is free of the pocket. Osamah using that once again to go into a crab ride. Tries to cut the corner. Big step in, still leaving his legs entirely exposed to the rampant leg lock attempts of Henrique Rossi here. But 10-0 on the scoreboard, 10 seconds on the clock. And Osamah Almarwai looking like he will rely on his score deficit to become a Nogi Pan champion as a black belt in his rookie season. The second Atos rookie today.
And your 2022 adult male black belt cruiserweight champion is Osamah Ali, representing Atos Jiu-Jitsu.
Tá bom, irmão, tá ótimo. Valeu, valeu, valeu. É nóis.